Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly read. On my channel, I always read your aura using the Wheel of Emotions. We'll be using an emotion pyramid, and if needed, we'll also pull oracle. Your emotion pyramid is built of 3 layers. The bottom one is your root, the emotions that you're working through. All right, your 2 leading emotions. The second layer is your 2 leading emotions that will guide you through the week. Okay, that's really weird. So I'd pulled loathing as your 3rd root. The thing is, it didn't feel right. Then as soon as I put it back in the deck, the deck started acting weird. So we'll see how that plays out later. Alright, and your last card at the top is your Arcana, the highlight emotion of the week. I get there's a lack of emotions to express. How do I put it? It's like there's not a large range of emotions you're actually experiencing throughout the week. Like, we really got to see the similarities between the ones pulled out. What's funny is that not a single one belongs to the same category as the other. Actually, we might have... If we didn't pull every category, we almost did. Huh, okay. Okay, but if we look at it overall, your main themes are dislike and escapism. That's as long as we ignore the highlight emotion. Weird, okay. Well, it's almost like you describe it in that way. But when you acknowledge that there's nuance, it's probably the only way you can actually address it. I think maybe that's the place you're coming to now in terms of self-work and self-growth, where escapism is not just loathing something, it's also the inability to accept. However, you can also act out of rage towards the same thing, but at the end of the day, they all give you the same result. Because you're acting out of these emotions and not out of not only your best interest, but you're not acting upon what you desire. You're acting upon what you feel given the current state of things, or given that you never addressed a certain trigger. It's like in places of disgust and terror, I feel like you might meet them or see them again. Treat those spaces, those situations, those people that ignite these two feelings in you Why would I say that? Hold on. Okay, yeah, treat those situations as something that needs to be addressed internally, and then come back to the external world and address it externally after the internal work. First, see if those two emotions still come up. And take the necessary actions to bring those situations to a point where you're happy and satisfied with them. The whole point of stepping away from something, once you know that it makes you feel disgust and terror, is to address it internally and come back when you're in a frame of mind to deal with it physically again. But if you step away, don't address it internally, it will come back to you physically. And then unfortunately, you're left with these three emotions again. Whether you either try to escape again, or when you can't escape, at a certain point when spirit brings it back to you and you can't escape, you will act out of rage. And then you're left with nothing. And it's almost impossible to bring it to a space where you would like it to be, because now spirit has brought it to a place where it needed to be. And by what I mean by that is where it needs to be in order to encourage you to do the internal work necessary. All right, Aquarius, that's everything I have for you. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next week.